getting body. I can buy anything, they ain't getting body. Everything getting body. Send me a bitch, you know I got it. Everything getting body.
So, we back at this again. Um, this is RLGTendo back on YouTube once again, and I'm out here playing 2K20. Now, for the few who may have saw my previous 2K20 videos, it's been an obvious long amount of time before bringing it back up. And that's because, as you will see, a mod player got deleted. I have a 92 mod player. I brought him back. I have recreated him, but my first initial mod player got deleted, and 2K tried to restore him a couple of times, and each time he got re-deleted. No idea why, but at some point 2K stopped helping me. So as you can see with all my stuff on the right hand side, I tried it multiple times, created a 61 for them to overwrite. Just didn't work. But we out here. This is my new mod player. These are his overalls. He's a 92 two-way 3-level facilitator. A bit different than my original build that I first created him. But this was just a one I created just because 2K20 is ending, and I wanted to get some gameplay with this build before the next 2K21 drop. My badges, I don't have a lot. Defense is the only one maxed out, but I got a little bit in each one. I got 4 in my finishing bag, contact finisher on gold and lob city finisher on bronze. Those are about all I really need. People throw me lobs. I have a high enough dunk rating to catch lobs, and I just try to catch bodies. The shooting's a bit more spread out, catch and shoot, quick draw, range extender, flexible release on silver. I took off my shot meter, so I definitely need that flexible release just for a little bit of help. But just a basic shooting badge. This is, like I said, just someone I needed real quick for a quick video. But those badges work for me. Just work for me, that's all. The playmaking, I only have 9 of those. I got them on quick first step and stopping go. I think these are the 2 most deadly point guard badges to have. You only have a few of them. Those 2 work very well together. It helps me, get my moves off. And of course, I got defense matched out, defensive leader on Hall of Fame, and pickpocket, the only 2 that are on Hall of Fame. Clamps and rebound chaser on gold. Right now, I've just been having to play defense, and I've been running the 3 because we haven't had many bigs. My defense rebounds at 85, so that little bit helps. So we started with this first game, and in this game, I'm not gonna do too much. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to treat this game. I'm going to play my part, play my role. But, just going to try to enjoy what kind of matchup we got here. And these are the kind of matchups that are in 2K now, especially toward running the end. You just got a mismatch of people. When 2K20 first dropped, you would not see any superstar playing with any lower overalls, any lower reps. But with the game, with 2K21 coming around the corner, most people just stop playing 2K. And to be honest, I even though I didn't record any gameplay on 2K20 this year, I did enjoy the game, and mainly the park. The park has always been my main 2K game, and I've always enjoyed playing on the park, running 3s, running 4s at times, running with different people. Ooh, blow by, pass out. Ah, they tipped it. But I did enjoy the park, and the park is basically, I don't think the park is as good as it has been in the previous years. There are a couple of things I would add and take out of the park. As sometimes it just feels like a copy paste with a little bit of differences here and there. I mean, the essence of the game is still the same. We're on courts running 3s to 21. I mean, ain't nothing really changed about that. And there is not too much you can do to change it. But say back in, I think it was 2K17 or 16, green light, when it was first implemented. I think they had the different factions then. You had the Rough Riders, the High Flyers, and Sunset. And I remember it was, you choose a team, well, not a team, but you choose a faction, a squad, and whenever you played at other areas, you would get bonuses, rivalry points. There would be certain days set aside to when you compete against other factions. It really promoted competition. Now they got some of that same stuff here, but it's not really competition. They got Dime Time and Dunk Fest, all this stuff where you get double rep. You contribute to a common goal, just like in the previous games. But it's more so everyone working together to get the same goal, and they all benefit from it. It's not no more or less competitive. It's more or less everyone's doing the same thing to try to help everyone reach their goal. And I always miss the competitive aspect of it. Now they got a bunch more other small things, to appease the people, I guess, that don't focus on park or don't come to park. Oh, mate, that was awesome, green. But they added all these little things to help other people enjoy the game as well, like the disc golf and the football, and the quiz trivia, all these different little things, which it's cool, very innovative. 2K the king at throwing a bunch of things at the wall and waiting for one to stick. That's just what they do. But on a complete and other serious note, it's all just things to that are outside 2K, if that makes sense. It's outside the whole basketball part of the game, which is what I think they need to focus on. That's why people play the game, for the basketball aspect, the basketball aspect of it. The mini games are cool, but they need to focus on the aspects of the in-game stuff. Um, and people are always going to complain about different functionalities and how the game plays, but no one's going to not lie that the park probably gets the most traffic out of any function in 2K, and they need to play to that strength. Need to go and make the game of park more entertaining, and more competitive. That's what I really think. They need to get back to the competitive nature. I do like the whole overalls and archetypes and setting people down so they can't have demigods, or if they do have demigods, it's in one specific field, like a big man demigod or or a point guard demigod. Because I remember people used to hate centers that will dribble down the court and pop a three. You can do that, but it's going to take away from their rebounding and their defense and stuff like that. And it's not perfect, and it probably won't ever be perfect, because a lot of people want to make players, another green light, let's go. A lot of people want to make players like in the NBA, these LeBron, Giannis, demigod types, and yeah, it's cool to have players like that, but those aren't going to be fair for everyone in the game. It's really not. They shouldn't have got rid of it together altogether. Maybe you can do like an offline mode, or make it to where you can have no restrictions in your my career, or a secondary game mode where you can make him maxed out. But they shouldn't just take it away completely. But I do like the aspect that they're doing, that they have done for it. The other thing I've really liked is the different rewards they get for wrapping up. Now they've always had rewards for wrapping up and whatnot, but it seems like these lower reps, the ones that come on, the ones that you get very early on, they've added some things that they can get that they didn't used to get before, like the bikes and the skateboards. You can get that stuff at a lower rep. Not necessarily any of the good stuff, not the hoverboards and nothing like that. But back in previous 2Ks, you couldn't even have a bike unless you were right before Legend, Superstar 1, or something like that, Superstar 3. But now you can get a skateboard and a bike at like All-Star 1, All-Star 2, something like that. And that's probably just because the additional stuff that they've added. But they're making it so that, just because you're a lower rep doesn't mean you can't still get stuff cool. And not everyone's going to make it to these high tiers. It's been a while since I made it to a very high tier. I think the last time I made it anywhere of note was probably 2K18 when I was playing on my own account. I think I made it to Legend 3. And that was just of my own accord. But the game mode is very enjoyable. Everyone loves Park and they love playing in the game. And 2K needs to just focus on that and stay on that and make the game enjoyable as we play. And the more enjoyable it is, the more fun and more people are going to play it. And Park is their biggest money maker, in my opinion. The biggest one. Got a little that boost there. But that was a nice, quaint game. It got a little easy towards the end of it. I got a couple of green lights. I don't even know why I was making all of that. I'm not that nice. But it's all good. It's all good. I've always considered getting tattoos in 2K, but tattoos aren't really my thing. I would probably get one tattoo on my body and then think it don't look right at all and then get rid of it altogether. People be doing some crazy things with their tattoos. Crazy old things. But I'm just gonna be basic me, basic game. But aside from the park, 2K in general, like the game as a whole, I think that it has improved, but they neglect a lot of different things. Oh, we about to take on Elite. Jesus Christ. Okay, please be careful. Please be careful with this. Um, I played several other game modes. Park may be my favorite, but I did touch up on other game modes. You know, my team, um, even my league. I played some of that too. Um, and I used to enjoy. I enjoyed my team probably the second most. Um, and my team was very fun. I enjoyed the concept of the evolution cards. I think that they're in addition to the game added another dynamic layer to it, and it made it so that people who don't spend money on the game can still have those cards and grind out for those cards, and make up the difference. The problem with that, and not necessarily a problem, but I think the biggest gripe I have with it was some of the grind for the cards were completely unnecessary. Like you would have a sapphire card that you would have to grind, play like 300. Ooh, dunking on y'all. Have to play like 300 games, do like 100 dunks, 100 shooting, to get it to Ruby or the next evolution, and there'll be another card just a little bit lower overall that you have to make like 10 threes and it gets it to the next evolution. It didn't seem as balanced for the cars. So some cars weren't any point in leveling them up, and then the people who did, buy and sell cars or of that nature would buy the lower evolve cars, the ones that are harder to evolve. They would buy them, evolve them, and then sell them on the market, and people would just go and buy the higher evolution of the card. Um, and that's another dynamic to it. Evolving cars and reselling them, that is another dynamic, but the grind is so unnecessary, and it seems to only be done by people who want to resell cars. A lot of YouTubers that are big in the my team community, some of their suggestions for building MT and the currency quickly is to get small evolution cards that are easy to evolve, not necessarily the ones that are good to evolve, the ones that are easy to evolve them low, and then resell them to build on the MT. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be only getting used from the people who are selling them. You should want to evolve the card and use the card, but a lot of the basic cards were just better. And I don't mean like a few, like a handful. No, a lot of them were just better. Especially when you got towards the end of the game and Galaxy Opals were being dropped in Triple Threat and my team, and card collecting can get you opals and stuff like that. Like people are gonna have to buy cards anyways, and a lot of the card collections, some of them had the evolution, but you didn't even have to evolve cards to have them classify as a collection. You could just get the small cards and they will classify as a collection. And it didn't give as much. That was a stupid shot on my part. I didn't even try to shoot that. That was just a stupid shot. Don't score. Don't score off. That's my fault. That is me. Okay, let me step back, step away from the game. I so hard on myself. I make one mistake and I feel like I need to bench myself. I miss one open shot or make one stupid play. Coach, I need to sit down. Take me out. I need to calm down. I need to slow down. I'm not doing it right. I'm my own biggest critic. But back to my team, the cards. It wasn't as good as incentive to have them, to grind for them. The only reason people again would have them would be to resell them after evolving them up themselves, or just for the collection. And it didn't seem as big as an incentive. Now, doesn't mean it wasn't smart or a good idea to add it. Like I said, 2K is very innovative. Throw a bunch of things at the wall, something's gonna stick. I think it's the same idea. They added player lock or something of that nature, position lock, and they have players with certain different positions. I think that was good. Position lock is a good idea. That was smart. I only think that it's a bad thing to do or stupid thing to do when you start putting people in other positions. Now I know some players run 3-5 positions, like LeBron played all 5 positions. I get that. If you want to throw out a point guard LeBron, a center LeBron, that's cool. People play those positions, but the people that don't play those positions, like I shouldn't see a card with Shaq at the PG. Shaq shouldn't have a center / PG or a PG / PF card. That should not happen. But lo and behold, there was a card like that. And the position lock is probably the best thing that they added, and then I heard it's coming back again in 21, and I think it's a good idea that it is coming back in 21. It's definitely necessary. Please don't. Like, see, I'm so scared. I just want to take careful shots. I probably should have shot the shot looking at that possession now, but yeah, he got it though. This game is all his, man. As long as we get the dub, I don't really care. Like, this player isn't nothing one I'm serious about. I just want to win. I just want to win. Don't do me up too bad. Okay, good. We got the boards. But I think the player lock was a good. God, you see what I mean? I am making dumb mistakes out here. Oh my goodness. I'm such a clown. I'm such a clown. But the player locks was a good idea. Some of the stuff they put in there is a good idea, and I have liked it. But sometimes they neglect things. Sometimes they have things that they shouldn't have. This dude really trying to just post me up. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Oh, that's Buck. Yeah, that's green. Shoot. But aside from my team, my team's always been in good game mode. Those are always going to get improvements and whatnot. So I'm not harping on that too much. I'm still going to play my team. But I just look forward to them pushing the gameplay aspect. They add a lot of things to make the in-between game fun, but they need to remember what it is that people are playing. It's a basketball game. People complain about the functions of it every year. It's actually so bad. Me and my friends have a saying. We say, "Oh, okay, 2K." Like like that little thing they call. Am I lagging? Am I lagging? My connection don't drop me off. Don't drop me off. Don't drop me off. That is so weird. I haven't lagged all day. That is so weird. That's gonna cost me too. God darn it. But we have a whole saying for when 2K does some wonky stuff. Like that foul animation when you get pushed and you have to like stick your butt out and throw the ball up from the weirdest of angles from the opposite hand, and it'll still go in. It has the highest likely and highest chance of going in. Makes no sense. Or you do a pass that you don't mean to do, a point in direction, and it goes completely other direction. Like plays that make absolutely no sense. And my friends, we say, okay, 2K, to that is the catchphrase. We've come to accept these small quirks and stuff that 2K has, which we shouldn't. 2K needs to work on improving those, and they say they fix it every year just for some of the same ones to reappear at the beginning of the year again. We gotta hurry up and win this. We gotta stop playing. Can we get this dub, please? Okay, foul. But we shouldn't be accepting the quirkiness or these problems that the game functions give us. We need to be able to enjoy the game, enjoy the play of it. They need to stop adding more sweat to these player faces and start getting these functions right. In the words of Cash Nasty, just a bit more sweat in the face isn't what we want. We want the function, the mechanics to work. We want to enjoy the game and for it to make sense. And as long as you can do that and make it competitive, we'll enjoy it. Bam, just like that. Woo, that was a bit of a tough game, but we pulled that out. I just now realized, Buddy got some bright ass green shoes over here looking like a whole starburst. Didn't 1 for 2, didn't contribute at all, but we got the dub. I like my role. I know my role. I'm basically like Lou Will or Jamal Crawford back on the Clippers, bro. I come in, I only score if I need to. If we're gonna win without my scoring, I don't need to score. I don't need to score if we're going to win anyways. Ye old Subway. Well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call that video. Thanks for watching me. I might post some more videos coming up. But in the meantime, catch me. I'll see y'all in 2K21. We out, chill.